All right, we're talking Lackawanna Trail football. The head coach is with us, Steve Jervis. Steve, we talked to the kids, great young men. I know you feel strongly about, who these kids are, not only on the field but off the field.
Yeah, it's funny, John. I remember watching these kids, seeing them all grow up. They're all, my son Steven's going to be a senior. My younger son Tyler's going to be a sophomore. So this group of kids, I would be lying to say that, we haven't been really excited to see this group come up through. They've been successful. They've had some great coaching through the Lion Cubs, through the junior high program. A lot of these kids, have been playing varsity football now and seeing a lot of quality time for the last couple of years. So, there's definitely some pieces here, John.
Let's talk about finding a home. Lackawanna Trail has been a home to you for a while now, and just how things have worked, the right pieces, the right offense, the right kids, the right mentality. I mean, these kids are, man, nobody fires me up like Coach Jervis.
Well, I tell you, I thank my lucky stars, John, first of all, to be able to teach and coach at a place like Trail. There's a rich football tradition here, and that was well before me. Some great, the program's been here. You go back from, Roy Davis and, even before him, Ed Romanowski, actually, I think, was the guy that started the program here. But anyways, when you go through, Rich Ronke and Rich Reft to Harry Powell and the Will Stilchaks, so the program has had a rich tradition. And I always say, for a small school, it's amazing the athletes, the talented players and student body in general that will walk these halls here at Lackawanna Trail. And, I'm glad to be part of it.
Your son said all the right things. He's like, listen, my dad's a coach. He's a dad at home. He's a coach here. And we kind of have that relationship. But, there's that push and pull with a kid. And it seems like you did the right things with your young man there who's a senior.
He's a good kid. I'll tell you, I'm very proud of Steven. He's what you look for in a quarterback. He's a hard worker in the classroom. He's a hard worker in the weight room. Sets a good example. He's got a welcoming personality. For the younger kids around him. His whole classmates. They have a good. They have a lot of character, and there's a lot of characters in that group. A lot of personalities, and but no, it's really looking forward to what's to come, John.
Nice to chat with the offensive linemen. I mean, those kids are special kids who work hard. They're all, a little bit undersized, but that's what you get at a single A school. And they just seem like they got that right mentality. Hey, we're just going to go outwork people.
Yeah, I'd say we kind of run a system on offense. Nobody, it's no secret. And I think what we really preach more than anything is truly understanding our assignment. The spotlight mentality of what your job is in every play, and you can do a lot with your footwork and your angles and things like that. And just being tough, sometimes you can't control how tall you are, how much you bench squat, whatever. But that physical mentality, and I think they embrace that.
This year, it could be, you guys have had a lot of success, but this 2023 season could be that year that maybe you take another step. Who knows? You just don't know what's in the cards. The competition is there in the regular season to say, hey, that's going to prepare us for possibly the after regular season, which is the playoffs, which you love.
Yeah, and I would say that all the time, John. Playing in the LFC prepares us for so many things down the road. The quality of coaching, the quality of programs in the Lackawanna Football Conference. Trying to navigate that week in and week out. A lot of times, by the time you're fortunate enough to get out of this area, you're very well prepared for, hopefully make a run.
Coach, great to catch up with you. Have a great season.
Thank you so much for having me on, John.